20 things to buy before you retire. Guys, I can't tell you how much I wish I would have done some of these. It makes a lot more sense when you're earning some income to get some of these. Now in buy, when I say buy, in some of these, I'm using buy loosely. Okay, you'll see what I mean. Give me some comments, guys. For those of you who have retired, what is the best purchase you made before you retired that you really are glad you did? And for some of you who haven't retired yet, what are you going to get? What are you going to get? So here's number one for you, and I've got 20 of them. First one, update your computer. Man, I can't tell you how much I wish I would have done that. My computer is about 10 years old now, a laptop. Still going good, but yeah, it can be slow at times. I sure wish I would have done that. Number two, buy your first year of travel funds. In this case, I mean set aside. A lot of people go crazy on traveling when they first retire. Why don't you, for those of you who haven't retired yet, set aside some money now for your travel fund for your first year so you don't have to look back at it in your second year and go, man, we took a lot out of our retirement funds, didn't we there, honey? You know, set it aside now so you don't have to worry about that, right? It's the best thing to do. Number three, buy a newish, doesn't have to be new, I'd say relatively new, reliable car. One of the worst things you can do in retirement is have your car fail on you the first couple of years of retirement. Then you got to dip into those funds, right? Hopefully pay for it out of cash, but some of you might do a car loan. Whatever, man. I bought a house 6 months into a retirement. Who am I to talk? Hey, for those of you who see me for the first time, my name is Duane, and this is a retirement channel for people retiring on moderate income and how to optimize that moderate income retirement. If you think you might like that, think about subscribing and like the video as well. Number four, and this is a big one, dental work. How much does it cost when you get a new crown put on? If there's something that, I don't know, your dentist said, we're going to have to get this taken care of eventually, get it taken care of before you retire, so you don't have to put out those hard-earned retirement funds toward it. Number five, home improvement items. What's the biggest one I can think of? A new roof. Even if your roof is like, okay, it's 5 years away from being needed to be replaced, why don't you get it done before you retire so you don't have to worry about putting out all those funds? What are we talking, 20,000 bucks? Higher? If you got a big house, higher than that, I'm sure. Do it before you retire, guys. Then you don't have to worry about it so much. Number, I don't even know what number I'm on. I've got 20. I'll just go to the next one. I think it's 6. If you have some hobbies you're thinking about doing in retirement and they may be expensive, buy the equipment for those hobbies before you retire. And I'm getting a lot of these from two sources, Yahoo Finance and also from Forbes, 2 articles they wrote. My hobby, what's my hobby? YouTube. Not expensive at all. I just use an iPhone and a cheap little tripod and I go. But some of you may have expensive hobbies, right? What about, I don't know, some of you may be working with jewelry. What about the raw materials like needed to create rings, necklaces, stuff like that? Get it out of the way before you retire. Then you've got your whole retirement just to sit around and fool around with your jewelry without having to worry, pay for it. It's the raw materials on this big pile over here for you, right? Here's another one. Buy, in this case I'm losing it loosely, or pay off credit card balances. It's a big one. Most people have credit card balances. A lot of them are maxed out, okay? If you can't pay it all off, at least pay the bulk of it off before you retire, guys. I'm telling you, these things add up so quickly when you retire, all these costs. Get it done before you retire, especially debt. AARP membership. It's a great thing to have, man. The AARP sometimes, sometimes you look at it month to month, not too much, but every once in a while, I come upon some great things in AARP, right? There's a lot of good stuff in there that you can find. Get it. Get a membership. Insurance, in this case, either, if it's a while before you retire, HSA, or long-term health insurance. Both of those are good to have, especially if there's longevity in your family, right? Right? Think about it, guys. Another one, athletic shoes. You know what? You could be going into retirement, say, I got all this time on my hands now. I am going to go jogging nonstop. I'm going to go hiking. And you know what? Maybe buying some expensive athletic shoes will kind of give you the excuse to do that. You know, I spent 120 bucks on these things. I better use them, right? Why not? Get it out of the way before you retire. I think I don't know, what am I, 11, 12, 57? Get a new reliable phone before you retire. Some of you might be sitting on iPhone 8s, right? I know I hold on to my phones for a long time. What am I on now? iPhone 14, Max, Plus? I think that's what it is. There's so many versions. If you have an older phone, buy it while you're still working. You know, all these things are just to help you ease into retirement so you're not hit up with a bunch of costs when you first retire and you see your balance start going like this. You're like, whoa, hold on now. This will keep you away from that. Some things to think about. Next one, get the America the Beautiful annual pass for $80 a year. What is that? That's an annual pass for the national parks. I don't know about you guys, but I love national parks. Went on a road trip, this was a while ago, 10 years ago, and I drove through Yellowstone, Grand Teton. I went up to Crater Lake. Is Crater Lake a national park? I don't know, it might just be a national monument. It was awesome. I haven't done a lot lately. I mean, Yosemite is pretty close. I've gone to there quite a few times, but national parks, you can't beat them for 80 bucks a year. Home office setup. You got to remember, you're not going to be working anymore. Those of you who do stuff on the computer a lot, I don't know, you might have a bunch of correspondence going back and forth, whatever. Spend the money and just make yourself, doesn't have to be extravagant, just a nice little home office setup. So you might not have everything you had at work, but at least you'll have the majority of stuff that you can work with in retirement, right, on your limited needs. Okay, this is a big one. I have friends. I'm actually losing my hearing because of my stupid idiocy in my younger years, standing right next to speakers of our bands that would play. Dumb. For those of you who have hearing issues and feel you may need hearing aids coming up, why don't you invest in them now? You know, and there's no shame in hearing aids, none at all. They can make them so tiny now, right? It's not like this, it doesn't have to be this big bulky thing that you carry on your ear, but you know what, even if it is, get over your vanity, man. You're getting older. Do things that'll help make your life better. New appliances, if needed. If you've had the refrigerator for 10, 12 years, get a new one before you retire. Wash your dryer. Get a new one while you're still have that paycheck coming in. This is, again, just to ease your way into retirement. You get this stuff out of the way, right? Don't have to worry about the money coming out of your retirement funds. Elective surgery. For those of you vain people, no, I guess it doesn't have to be vain. If it's elective, not necessary surgery, and you've really you've been thinking about this for years, get it done while you still have that paycheck coming in. And you still have your health insurance from work, which I'm sure in some cases may help with the cost of that. Get a car loan if necessary. You know, if you need to get a car loan, get it while you still have a job. Where you still can, you have those pay stubs where you can show them, hey, I've been at my job for 10 years. They don't need to know you're going to retire in 3 months, right? Get that car loan. Or if you want to go crazy like me and get a house in retirement, get a mortgage. Now, if you're going to get a mortgage, make sure it's small, low cost of living area. Don't go crazy, guys, okay? Don't go crazy. You're in retirement. You're not going to need a 4-bedroom, 3-bath house probably, right? If you have been thinking about remodeling your bathroom or your kitchen, and you're not quite sure, I might need a little remodeling in a couple years, get it done before you retire. Another thing, get those major costs out of the way while you still have a check coming in. Buy, here's a loosely termed buy, again, buy 2 years of cash on hand. Same thing, right? You're buying something, you're setting, in this case, you're setting aside 2 years of cash. So you can go into retirement. Look at the market this year. It's all over the place. Guys, I suggest at least 2 years of cash on hand before you go into retirement so you can guard against sequence of returns risk. You don't have to dip in your funds. You can dip into your cash if you need to, right? So buy 2 years of cash on hand before you retire. And the last one I have for you If you have a car or cars and the tires, hey, you could have got them, I don't know, a year ago. But if you look at them and you see they're kind of running down, why don't you get some new tires on those cars before you go into retirement? Another big expense, right? Or it can be a big expense. Hey, if you've got 3 cars, yeah, it could be a big expense. Yes, I know 1 year, 2 years from now, whatever it is. But all I'm trying to say by all these things, guys, is take care of as much as possible as you can in, let's say, the couple years before your retirement date, so you don't have to worry about putting out money on big ticket items after you retire, right? What does it do? It gives you peace of mind. And as I've always said on this channel, peace of mind is king and queen and even the jester sometimes. Okay? Peace of mind is key to a healthy, stable retirement. And as always, from the lovely high desert, where, as you can tell, it's always windy up here. I try and squeeze my videos in whenever I can, but yeah, sometimes I still get wind. We got this.